Your Excellency, sir, you just finished your screening exercise. How would you describe the process?
So far, there is a high level of transparency, and the screening went well. Basically, as my impression of the exercise in Benin, and I gave them my synopsis of what is going on, especially on the issue of collection of the PVCs, and I raised some issues on that.
Okay, when you talk about the PVCs, who actually do you think is doing this? Because this is the primaries, for example. I'm not very sure that the PVCs will be needed for a primary like this. Why is there so much hullabaloo about this PVC?
We are having a couple of insinuations. Could it be this? Could it be this? Could it be this? I wish we know their intention. But it's worrisome that the various level of governments supporting aspirants to dance naked in this exercise.
Have you taken this complaint to the leadership of the party?
I recall on Monday when I submitted my form, I addressed a press conference, and the bane of that press conference was on this topic, that people are going around the various LGAs urging the party chairman to collect these PVCs from delegates for them. So I addressed it, and even this morning at the screening committee, I equally raised it.
How would you describe the speculation or insinuations that the incumbent is currently supporting a particular aspirant? And what does that mean to democracy?
Rape of democracy. It's a rape. So far, it's still allegation, but every day is growing thicker and thicker. And the respect we all have for the governor, the love we had for him was because he championed this one man, one vote mantra. But that is becoming now questionable, where every finger is pointing at his office. Whether he's directly on the driver's seat or not, we don't know. But the directives, the actions so far are making this process questionable.
Okay, as a leader of the party, you should have access to the governor. Have you confronted him with this? Or at least just bring it to his notice? They should allow a free and fair election in the state.
We've all been issuing, have granted so many interviews, so many. But I believe some of these things should really be issued with the party. But unfortunately, the party, APC in Edo State, is pretty very weak. And I have equally discussed that. I have not hidden my feelings in all these things. I've been very vocal on these topics. The party, the weakness of the party leadership, that the party is submerged under the government in Edo State. So everything is towards the governor. But ideally, some of these things should really be handled by the party.
Why don't you bring it to the national level?
That's what I did on Monday by addressing the press conference and urging the police to track down a lawmaker who is now a lawbreaker.
What is their response like so far? Talking of the party at the national level.
I hope that happened just on Monday. Today is Thursday. I hope they will. I pray they react to my interview.
The primary is just barely 10 days away, so the reaction should start coming as quickly as possible. Don't you think so?
Hopefully.
Okay, just the last one. Why do you really want to be the governor of Edo State?
This morning, Edo State is claimed to be a civil service state, where you either go for money from outside or you just wait on Uncle Sam. But I know there are other options of carrying that state to a level. My desire is to create jobs. In the process, I want to industrialize Edo State. I want to think outside the box that Edo State is not just a civil service state. We can, with ingenuity, take that state to a different level entirely, so that the state will equally be self-sufficient in agriculture, mining, developing solid minerals, creating industries, and reactivating those moribund industries. They are bound in Edo State. Dr. Ogiemwonyi did something similar some years ago. Edo State during Ogiemwonyi's time was a hub of industrial activities. Today, all those industries, they are all sleeping. I just want to be a replica of Dr. Ogiemwonyi, to rejig that state into economic growth, capacity, human capital development. Too many things are bound in those states that they are just sleeping. The question I hear is people talk about funding. If you have the right attitude, and the experience, you can import foreign investors into Edo State. One thing they need is the sincerity of the man on the driver's seat. Can they trust him? But because my name is a brand, man of integrity, many people want to come to Edo State to invest.
Do you think you have or you stand the chance?
The people will decide.
No, your assessment of it so far, sir.
Yes. If I'm not, I won't be doing this. If I don't believe, I've sampled opinion of the people. The people want a man who has the capacity, a man with a track record, a man with the antecedent, the passion for people. And these are attributes I all have. And don't forget my track record of 34 years in public service. And they need a man like me. None amongst the aspirants have said they've worked for 20 years. They lack the experience. Governance is not for children. It's a serious business.
With the seeming crisis arising from the anointed candidate, the PVC mopping up, and every other issue that has been coming lately, don't you think this will further reduce the chances of APC in the general election should an unpopular candidate be given a ticket?
Thank you, Desmond. You've answered the question, and at different fora I've mentioned this. I equally just mentioned it this morning to the screening panel that we are not praying for an unpopular candidate to emerge. Otherwise, PDP in Edo State is waxing stronger every day. So the APC as a party at the national should ensure the people's mandate is allowed to prevail.
Thank you very much, Engineer Chris Ogiemwonyi, for talking to us on Fresh News.
Thank you.
I wish you well.
Desmond, thank you very much.
Right.